Well, here we are. I'm really excited about this recipe. I'm making lasagna today. I think lasagna is probably my most favorite dish. And when I was growing up, for our birthdays, my mother would ask us, what do you want for your birthday dinner? And I always had lasagna. She made the best. And I don't make it that often. Actually, I only make it for my birthday. But I'm making it today, a month early, just so that you can see how I make my lasagna. I am Sicilian, 100% Italian, so sauce days are very good for me. So I have about 2 pounds of ground beef here, and that's more than I'm going to need for this recipe. You need 1 pound of ground beef. I was visiting a cousin of mine I hadn't seen in like 30 years, and she's like, do you say hamburger or ground beef? And I really had to think about it. And we always said hamburger. And her husband said, no, it's not hamburger, it's ground beef. And so if you hear me say hamburger, and I'm not making a hamburger patty, it means ground beef to me. So what I do then is I pour a little bit of the tomato sauce in the hamburger. And this, I get at Aldi's, and it's no sugar added. Now it's going to have sugar in it because tomatoes are high in sugar, but you can buy any sauce that the ingredients do not list added sugar. That is fine. I've gotten some at Walmart. I used to get one at Whole Foods. And I know there's one brand that everybody keto says, this is the best, and it's very expensive. So you do not have to buy the expensive one. This was under $2. The one I used to buy at Whole Foods was under $2. And so buy whichever brand you want that does not have added sugar. And you just mix it up a little, So we'll put this aside. As you know, we are pretty much dairy-free, but I love ricotta cheese. I could just eat it by the spoonful. Again, this is twice what the recipe has. I like a lot of ricotta in my lasagna, but I also am going to be using it for something else. So this is 32 ounces. And I have here to use 16 ounces. So it's whole milk ricotta cheese. Don't get the low fat ricotta cheese. Don't get the whatever. This is whole milk, all fat ricotta cheese. For 16 ounces, add 1 egg. I have 32 ounces, so I'll be adding 2 eggs. And you need to spice it up a little, so we're adding a teaspoon of garlic powder. I'll add a little more. You never have too much garlic. That's all I can say. And then oregano. And just mix it up really well. Okay, so we'll set that aside. It's all pretty much mixed in, looks great. You need mozzarella cheese. Buy the whole milk, low moisture whole milk mozzarella cheese. Buy it in blocks. Do not buy the pre-shredded mozzarella cheese. That they all have starches in them. That would not be clean keto. You can do too, and what I'm also going to try, buying the sliced mozzarella. I get this at Aldi's, but I've also at my local Food Lion, they now have sliced mozzarella as well. Do your own mozzarella or buy the slices. So grating it is not that hard, as you can see. I've also used the salad shooter that will do cheeses, but I decided to just go back to my old ways because a salad shooter was harder to clean. And this, it was easy. So if you can't grate your own, the salad shooter works really well. So now we're ready to start assembling our lasagna. So I need a little coffee for that. I didn't know where I put my pan. So you have this 9 by 13 inch pan. I spray it just for easier cleanup. And this is noodle-less lasagna, as I mentioned. I have egg yolk crepes, and these are whole egg crepes. And this is going to be my noodle. Now these were frozen because I like to make them a day ahead of time, freeze them, and then they're easier to maneuver. So these were frozen. Comes your layer of ricotta cheese. Again, the layers will be as thin or as thick as you like. I love ricotta. And the first layer, I won't make it too thick because then you're going to put a little bit of sauce on it. Again, not too much. Again, as much or as little as you want. I don't like a real thick layer of hamburger. Top that with a little bit of the grated mozzarella. Then you're ready for the next layer. Now what I'm going to do now is just add a little bit of the sauce to top the egg. Again, not a lot. Grate some Pecorino Romano cheese on the top. Pecorino Romano cheese is a sheep's cheese, and it's the only kind of grating cheese we had when I was growing up. We did not use Parmesan. We used Pecorino Romano. And way back when I was a little kid, all the stores didn't have all ingredients. So I grew up in New Hampshire, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, and there was very little at that time. It's grown quite a bit since then. So my dad would drive into Boston every once in a while, where we would then get our cheeses, our Pecorino Romano, our provolone, olives, dry cured olives, Sicilian olives. So now you can get just about everything, everywhere, all the time. So what I like to do is I like to meld the flavors. So I will cover this with foil, put it in the refrigerator, and I'll take it out later to bake. And I'll continue then, but for my birthdays, I don't like to do a lot of cooking on my birthday, so I will make this the day before, and then just dinner time, take it out and cook. So it's going to be put in the refrigerator until dinner time, and we'll come back and finish it then. So we're back. It was in the oven, uncovered for 15 minutes. I took it out, and now it's been sitting for about 12 minutes. I'm enjoying a glass of dry farm wines. I love dry farm wines. I don't get headaches or anything, stomach aches like I do with other wines. It's really tasty. www.dryfarmwines.com/ketonaturopath. Try some. It is so good. All right, time to cut the lasagna. I am so excited about this. I am just so excited. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at nice stringy cheese. Look at that lasagna. Came out so nice. Yes. It's still hot, so. Oh, that's so good. Oh, it is absolutely delicious. I'll be making this again for my birthday. This was so good and easy to make with the egg crepes. Try it.